see that cyclical effect between offense and defense as far as who has the edge. So there's that feeling out process as far as what are the defenses doing this year that they've changed from the end of last year, and the offense, they're still kind of figuring it out as they see teams for the first time.
First and goal for Calgary. Burris in trouble here, lets it go to the end zone, and over the head of Jermaine Jackson.
Strictly a throwaway there by Henry Burris to try to avoid losing yardage on a sack. But who do you see right in the middle of that mix in the backfield? But number 24, the very versatile Corey Banks.
We may see a lot more of Jermaine Jackson in this game now without any Kenyon Rambo and, of course, Nick Lewis out. But Jackson had a pretty good preseason.
Yeah, Jackson scored it against BC in the preseason, 2 touchdowns, in fact. So he's pretty comfortable playing against this defense, we suspect.
Burris over the middle, touchdown, Jermaine Copeland.
Well, with a lot of new faces around him, Henry Burris goes to Old Faithful, Jermaine Copeland for the major.
First catch tonight for Jermaine Copeland.
Here you see Copeland, inside receiver to the right side of the formation. Good pickup on the defensive end by Joffrey Reynolds, providing protection. Copeland goes inside, angles to the inside, a post route. Beats Darren Toney for the touchdown.
Haven't seen many touchdown celebrations yet tonight. Fines have been aplenty in the league. Copeland used to love that stuff. Just loves getting in the house now. Stampeders surge ahead, 11-7. Calgary Stampeders on that drive, losing Kenyon Rambo. We're not sure for how long, if it's the game, maybe an extended period of time. We'll have to see. Ian Smart behind blocking, still on his feet. 35-yard line is where Buck Pierce and the Lions will scrimmage. Let's go down to Perry Sokolski. Perry?
Rod, thank you. Kenyon Rambo with ice on his knee. They won't give specifics, but it's very doubtful that he will be back. And the way he's reacting, first he's upset that there was no penalty, but the player's coming over and saying it's okay. I think he might be gone for a little while. Another thing to worry about, well, Rambo has ice on his knee, is the cooling down process of Dwight Anderson. He has had several players come up to him since that altercation with Tate. Phone call down from the press box. He hasn't really been hanging out with his teammates, so we'll see what effect that has on him after a little scuffle on the field.
All right, thank you, Perry. We saw Kenyon Rambo leave on the cart. Not a good sign at all. Martel Mallet with a hole. Huge one. Penalty flag on the far side of the field. And he takes a hit from Brandon Browner. Slow to get up, but let's see if this one might come back. No, it goes against Calgary. The Stampeder team.
Offside, Calgary, number 96. That penalty is declined. First down.
Cut down on penalties last year considerably, but they have racked up a lot more penalties again this year. Back to their old bad habits.
Well, they sure have. That discipline is a problem. But how about this hole that opens up for Martel Mallet? Just a huge lane. The saying goes, he could have driven a bus through that one. Heck of a hit by Brandon Browner. We've seen a couple of big ones from him here tonight. Pierce.
And it's picked off. Threw it right into the hands of Brandon Browner. Looked like a bit of a shovel pass, but Pierce threw it to the wrong jersey. It is a first down. It's going to be Calgary ball here. Look at this.
This is a gift for Brandon Browner.
Oh, went off a helmet, it looked like.
Off a helmet, off the hands of O'Neill Wilson, into the hands of Brandon Browner, who's almost stunned to have this thing end up, well, in his lap.
I think I got a piece of Shannon James here, right there.
James touches it, then O'Neill Wilson touches it.
And then Browner has it. Wow, juggling act.
Yeah, nice reaction by big number 27. Also had a pick last week against the Argos.
Joffrey Reynolds meets head on with Corey Banks.
Corey Banks, never one to walk away silently from a collision. Corey Banks was apologizing to me after the last game here in Vancouver, after he was looking for a Gladiator award. The pre-game talk, said, sorry I couldn't get it done for you. But he's trying again here tonight.
Another first down for Calgary. Yes, it is Gladiator night, Wendy's Friday Night Football. And one of these guys in the field tonight will go home with a brand new Movado watch. I think the watch, you know, is awesome to get the watch. They'd love to collect those watches. But, you know, it's the title as well of being that gladiator. There's a lot to it.
Well, that's the biggest part of it. It's, you know, it's always nice to know what time it is, but, you know, they got clocks for that.
Well, Arland Bruce could have used one of those. Burris scampers for 4 yards.
Burris on that play looked like he had an option to either throw the hitch or run the draw. The offensive line blocking their draw scheme, and Burris can go either way with it. Elected to run the draw for a pickup of about 3. You see offensive coordinator George Cortez. Little coincidence that Cortez's return to Calgary has coincided with the real emergence of Henry Burris as an elite quarterback in this league.
Screen pass to Reynolds, who couldn't haul it in. So it will be 3rd down.
Well, the play didn't work out at that time, but I love the Calgary Stampeders making a commitment on their last couple of possessions to getting Joffrey Reynolds involved in the game. And we saw how, as Reynolds got involved, it seemed to wake up the entire offense, but also opened up some things downfield. With the underneath passes, the running game, the defense is forced to creep up a little closer to the line of scrimmage to defend against that run. The receivers love that because of the opportunity it creates.
Burkdale's trying to find that coffin corner. It's like a good kick. And they're going to mark it at around the 10-yard line. We'll come back to BC Place right after this. That is brought to you in part by Molson Canadian. This is our beer. And what has been a gorgeous couple of days in the Olympic City. And we're in the stadium that will be home to the opening and closing ceremonies. A few months away, really. Next February for the Winter Olympics. A lot of construction going on along here. Out of the backfield. Lions have their ears pinned back here. Mallett just gets 2 yards on that carry. Averages 4.6 yards a carry.
Mallett off to a good start, as we mentioned. Came into week 4 as the CFL's number 4 rusher.
Passing down here for Buck Pierce. And he's dropped at the goal line. Hernan Kashama has the sack.
Love seeing number 34 for the Stampeders do good things. Hernan Kashama, the rookie, lining up at that right defensive end spot. Part of the defensive end rotation. Essentially just runs around the left tackle. Darren Heerspink just dips his shoulder and rips through a clear path to quarterback Buck Pierce.
Part of the brothers Kashama, a lot of them that play football. And the new rules, you know, we've seen a lot of the kickers actually punted out of the end zone at times. This is not going to happen this time. Sean White, or he is. He's going to kick it. Wow. Don't see that happen very often.
Sure don't.
And look at this, Titus Ryan. Ryan tiptoes, and that's maybe why not. Perhaps there might have been a good case to take the 2 points.
You knew it was a gamble. BC lost on that one.
So Wally Buono, again, we talk about it, the team's wanting to take 2 points. Not that time, might give up 7 here. CFL on TSN continues tomorrow as the Edmonton Eskimos travel to Regina to take on the Rough Riders. Live coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific time from Mosaic Stadium. Very surprised at that move.
Well, especially given that it's not like they were on their 10-yard line and snapping it 4 yards deep in their end zone. They were snapping that ball 14 yards deep into the end zone, having to kick from back there with a Calgary offense that's starting to perk up.
Out of the backfield again, and Jermaine Jackson dances down near the 5-yard line.
See Jermaine Jackson. They're certainly not afraid to use his talents here in this Calgary offense. His first game of the season, but a nice effort here by the right defensive end, offensive right defensive end Gary Butler to stay alive on the play. First plays the bootleg from the quarterback Burris, but stays in pursuit, tracking the receiver Jermaine Jackson all the way out to the sideline.
27-year-old rookie Jermaine Jackson out of Saginaw Valley State. Henry Burris really likes Jermaine Jackson. He says he's kind of a combination between Alan Pitts and Travis Moore. That's some high praise.
Well, it sure is, and Henry Burris, of course, would have played with both those guys early in his career in Calgary. But he said he kind of has the runs routes and has the smoothness, the fluidity of an Alan Pitts, but also the toughness and the physicality of Travis Moore, which is a pretty nice combination for a receiver.
Well, it's a good combination. It's good to have him around right now, considering, again, no Nick Lewis back in Calgary, did not travel with the team, and now no Kenyon Rambo, which is a huge blow to the Calgary Stampeders.
Titus Ryan, who's dressed as an extra receiver and kick returner here tonight, is going to see a lot more reps offensively for the Stampeders with that injury to Rambo.
First and goal. Burris. Teardrop pass, looking in the end zone for Jermaine Copeland again. Good coverage from Ryan Phillips.
Well, this is the first time that we've seen a zone read type look from Calgary. And remember, that zone read is a play where Henry Burris has the option of handing it off to his running back, Joffrey Reynolds, or pulling it. Here you're going to see it's not the true look where Burris bootlegs out to a side after. Here he's just straight drop. He may have wanted to bootleg, but this is how BC is going to defend that. Again,